Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Wax with Alex. I'm Alex. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. Today I have actually 2 weeks of what I have been warming. This is not stuff that I have finished necessarily, but things that I've warmed because I want to discuss how they do in my spaces that I warm them and how me and my family think they are on scent appeal. Now I have my notes with me. I'm going to try and go kind of quick through these. So Sunday, August 28th is where we are beginning, and we will finish, actually today is Friday that I'm filming this, September 9th. So Sunday, it was still pretty hot. Sunday, August 28th, I did 1 cube of watermelon patch in my bathroom. This is really nice in the bathroom. I don't know why I put it in the first time, but it is like a fruity, fresh, like it works really well in there, and it's strong enough in that little space, which is really cool. Yeah, if you ever get a chance to try, oh, I love the illustrations. Watermelon patch, I would do that. It's really good. It's really fun and works really well in the bathroom, but it also works in other areas. Probably worked really well in the kitchen too. And as I've said before, I really like this mixed with lemon sorbet. Really nice, like watermelon lemonade, and they both, you can smell both of them, and when you put 1 cube and 1 cube in the same warmer, really nice. So that's what I did in the bathroom. I also did 2 cubes in my front hall and 2 cubes in my copper cast warmer in my living room of red that day. Now this scent I do enjoy quite a bit. It's a very rich berry scent. I believe there's watermelon in here as well. It's strawberry, watermelon, and something else. Maybe cherry. It's very rich and almost syrupy. I really like it, except I do feel that it's sort of missing something, whether that's a brightness, a tartness, an effervescence. I'm not sure. This was from the Chase Rainbows collection. It is like holographic. No, it is really good. If you get a chance to try the collection, if it comes up in clearance, it might be something nice to pick up. I also did 2 cubes of lavender and white balsam in my basement. I'm trying to preserve those as much as I can. I really like that scent. I'd say lavender and white balsam and red berry and spruce are like tied for my favorite like tree scents. I really enjoyed that down there. It is like fresh, clean. I don't know how to describe it. It sort of gives a cool vibe, and it is like the perfect scent. It doesn't seem out of place, but it smells good, you know. It's just sort of perfect for my basement, but I would love it everywhere. If it came back, I would buy some more and pop that in some of my main area warmers because that's a really nice scent. Also, I did 3 cubes, so 2 cubes in my Take a Stand warmer and 1 cube in my, I think at the time I still had my Take Me Home warmer in my bedroom, so I had 1 cube in there, so 3 cubes total for my bedroom of sugar. Love this scent, as you know. I am trying to not use it too much, but I do love it, so I am going to indulge, especially since it's in my club. So I also did 1 cube and 1 cube in the same warmer of toasted marshmallow and Pacific sandalwood. This was really fun. I liked this. I do feel like it was missing a little something, but the toasted marshmallow came through quite a bit, and this, not that toasted marshmallow isn't creamy, because it does have a creamy quality with the marshmallow, but this really made it even more like a sophisticated sweet bakery. You know how, not quite bakery, you know how Bonfire Beach is sort of cologne-y but sweet and like comforting? That's sort of the vibe I got without getting too cologne-y. This was really interesting. So I had them this way. I would give them a try. Toasted marshmallow and Pacific sandalwood if you have the option of either, because neither are available right now. Toasted marshmallow came back in our Easter collection a couple years ago, maybe 3 years ago now. It's a nice scent. And Pacific sandalwood was part of our International Wax collection. I can't remember the year. Really nice. It is available in Region 3, Australia and New Zealand. I would love it in all the things. It's a creamy, warm vanilla. Oh my goodness. It's just so rich and inviting. And it's not too heavy in your space. It's noticeable but not overwhelming. Yeah, I would pick that up if you ever get the chance. So let's turn the page. On Tuesday, August 30th, I did change my basement. I did 2 cubes of Bright Cider Life. It is a very popular scent. It is in our catalog right now. It's, I believe, pumpkin. I'm not quite sure what it's with. Maybe apple with the cider type thing and a tree type note. It's really nice. It's not a bad scent. I don't know what it is, what note it is that seems to turn my stomach. I like other pumpkin scents. So Bright Cider Life is a very popular scent. So many people like it. I'm probably a very small minority of anyone that doesn't like it. So keep that in mind. Everybody's sniffer differs. So maybe mine's just going a little wonky with that, or I have a bad scent memory. Who knows? So I wrote that it was strong and it just doesn't quite sit right. Anyways, Wednesday, August 31st, I put 2 cubes in my front hall and 2 cubes in my living room of Blue Grotto, my Blue Grotto brick. You can see this is only a quarter piece here. So it's like equivalent to about 1 cube of a Scentsy bar that I have sitting right here. I'm doing pretty well in this. Oh yeah, look at that. That's pretty good. I'm not sure if it's because of the cooler weather that my bricks are smelling better, or if it's because they've sat, because they were definitely lighter when I first got them, and when I first started warming them, they were light, and I can notice them a lot more now. So I appreciate that. I'm not quite sure if it is the temperature or what. That was really enjoyable. I really enjoyed that. I also did 1 cube of amethyst in my bathroom. This one's from Katie in Region 2, and she's from Scotland. This is interesting, and I put it in there because I thought I would be able to smell it quite well in there. It's like a rich, deep scent. I think there's lavender. Not that I would pick out lavender. It's like lavender, I think tonka bean, and what was the other note? But it's very rich, and a touch masculine, not maybe woodsy is a better way to put it. But I couldn't smell it very well in there. So I found that interesting. Maybe just the airflow or whatever wasn't working with this scent, but it is a nice scent. I only used 1 cube. I also did changed out my girls warmer, the Twinkle warmer, full-size warmer, to 2 cubes of walnut raisin muffin. Really love this scent. It is so rich and decadent, and the golden raisin note is like perfect in that. It is so beautiful and rich and just a touch fruity. I'm very curious to take a whiff of the new scent maple rum cake. I have heard some people say that it's a little bit like fruit cake. Not that I love fruit cake, but fruit and cake gives me the same type of vibe as the walnut raisin muffin, where there's a cake and the fruit. So I'd be curious to know how nice that is too, warming. If any of you have tried that scent, let me know down below what you think of it. The maple rum cake. Put 2 cubes in my bedroom of cashmere and corduroy. I love this scent. I've said before too, I wear the room spray as a perfume. I love it. If you love that scent as well, we have it in a Scentsy soak and a hand cream right now as part of the Harvest collection. I bet it's fantastic. I just love it, and I think if it ever goes away, it'll go back in my club. It was in my club just this last season while it was gone, and it was just new last fall-winter season. So it's a fairly new scent for Scentsy, but very popular, and I can see why, because I just adore it. Every time I use it, I seem to fall more in love with it. So on Thursday, September 1st, because I was just feeling fall, caramel apple craze, I did 2 cubes in my front hall, which I changed to the enchanted pumpkin to, it's fall. September started. It's fall for me. The weather may not have agreed, but that's all right. Oh my goodness. This was originally a scent of the month, and I'm so glad that it came back in the catalog. This is sweet and tart. The apple's so nice, and the caramel is so nice and sweet with it. It is it holds its own. I can smell it for a long time, like days. and it's still a great scent. So Caramel Apple Craze, I find this smells similar, pretty close to, I wouldn't say they're identical, but very similar to the new scent Cran Apple Crumble. Not quite as much tartness, because I think the cranberry gives it a bit of tartness and sweetness that this one doesn't have, but I really like this one. This one is still a winner for me. That was Caramel Apple Craze. So just checking my notes, Thursday, September 1st as well. So we're still in September. We're still on September 1st. I've been trying to go through some old samples that I have that I hadn't handed out to people. So I had some mixes of apple butter frosting and churro churro, which is a mix that I really enjoy. So I popped a few of those samples, which probably would have been about 1 cube and 1 cube of apple butter frosting and churro churro in my copper cast warmer in my living room. I found that I didn't get very much throw from it. I usually do, so I have a feeling it's just because my samples were old, and that's why I had taken them out of my sample bin to give to people anyway. So I'm just trying to use up some old stuff. On Saturday, September 3rd, I put 1 cube of gingerbread hugs in the bathroom. I thought this would be a boomer, especially with first day of fall and how well that did in my bathroom. This was like a huge flop. Like, I don't know that I could smell it unless I shoved my nose over the warmer. I do have a glass warmer in there, which they typically don't get quite as hot as ceramic warmers. This is such a strong gingerbread scent. I figured that would overpower everything. Anyways, I'm a little disappointed that I have 2 cubes left of this. This was from our past Scents of the Season collection. Yes, it says it right on it. Scents of the Season. Super cute packaging. I love that. Anyways, yeah, a little disappointed in that, so that's okay, but whatever. I also put the equivalent of 1 cube of Autumn Road Trip back in my bathroom. Now, these were old samples as well that I'd pulled. I just have them in a bag. Maybe I'll show you. Okay, I'm gonna try and rush. This is what I'm talking about. I have like samples that I made quite a while ago. Like pouring cereal out. I just like. Okay, I'm gonna try and rush. This is what I'm talking about. I have like samples that I made quite a while ago. Like pouring cereal out. I just like. So they're just little samples that I'd made that I just wanted to use up. Some of them, the labels have even come off of them. I think that's Dumbo. But see, this was an Autumn Road Trip, but because they've been in these and kind of exposed to air, and they've been heated once to make the samples, and they're old, and all the oils are kind of coming through the bags. So I wonder if maybe that has affected their quality of scent, which, whatever, I might as well just use them and get my use out of them. But that's why I think Autumn Road Trip didn't do so well in my bathroom, because it has done well previously. So that was that. I also did 2 cubes of Halloween Town in my basement. I really like that in my basement. It's just so rich, but not in a, like, I don't want edible. It's sort of like wine to me, like wine with the cork, that scent itself. So I feel like it really does nicely in my basement. It sort of gives it that like wine cellar feel. It's not a wine cellar at all. There's no wine down there. Just the laundry. And, but I really like it. So that would be, I'd recommend that if you have Halloween Town, or are going to pick it up, that it's at maybe a garage even, it would probably smell nice in. Maybe it's the cooler dry air. I'm not sure. It just smells really nice. So I also did 2 cubes of, I have that bar. So did 2 cubes of Pink Haze in my girls' room. This one lasted for so long. So long. Oh, it's so good, and it does so well in my girls' room. And it's funny, my room is not that much bigger, doesn't have very different airflow, it's just down the hall. And this does amazing in my girls' room, and it does not do well in my room, which I find so funny. So definitely make sure you try scents out in different locations if they don't do well for you, because you might find a winner in another location. Like I said about the basement with Halloween Town or Lavender and White Balsam, like, oh, it's just perfect down there. This is just perfect in my girls' room, and it smells amazing. Pink Haze, that's a winner. I have that in my club. I also did 2 cubes in my front hall and 2 cubes in my living room in the Enchanted Pumpkin and the Copper Cast Warmer of Blue Grotto, or 2 cubes of equivalent. So that'd be like half of a brick cube is about 2 cubes from a bar. And that was really nice. I have that it seems to perform better every single time I warm it. So I really do appreciate that. I'm really not sure if it is the weather, as I said, or if it is because the brick has sat a little bit, because it hasn't sat that long. So I'm curious, what do you think? Do you think it's because I left it sitting that it cured a bit, or just the cooler weather? Anyways, let me know down below your experiences or what you think. On Monday, September 5th, I did a third of a cube approximately. I just did an old tester, like, I'll show you. I did one of these guys that I've had an old one of. So I did lavender cut in my bathroom. That was really nice, actually. It was very clean smelling. I'm not usually particularly for cotton scents. That was really weird. I'm not totally into cotton scents, but that one was quite nice in there. So on Tuesday, September 6th, I did 2 cubes in my front hall in the Enchanted Pumpkin and 2 cubes in my hopper cast warmer of black raspberry vanilla. Look at that. Look at that. That's great progress. Using a little bit every week is really nice, and I actually kind of enjoy doing that. I have to cut more of this one. As you can see, I only have 5 more brick cubes left. That's crazy. It's like 2.5 bars of wax there. But I'm doing really well. So I really enjoyed that. That was another thing. I didn't even put that in my notes. I could smell that fantastically throughout my house. My main floor anyways, because my front hall is like raised a little bit by like 3 steps. It's like a half level kind of thing. So my front foyer is kind of like, you have to go down to my living room or up to the upstairs. So it just kind of wafts through there, I find. Really, really nice. I loved black raspberry vanilla, and I was really, really happy with the performance of it this time. So I think it was a cooler day too. So I really am torn of why I think the bricks are doing better. Okay, I also did 3 cubes of snowberry in my bedroom. I was just really feeling this. Oh gosh, this is great. Every time my daughter walked into my room too, she's like, "Oh, why does it smell so good in here?" I'm like, it does smell good, doesn't it? So this is in my club. It did not return this year. I am sorry. This is like loganberry. It's a dash of cinnamon or a pinch of cinnamon, and it's like a tree note. Oh, it's so nice. Such a nice mix. Maybe a little bit of mint. I can't quite remember. I'll put the notes down below, as I always do. 2 cubes of clothesline in my basement. Last 2 cubes that I have had of that bar in my basement. Later that day, I got an awful migraine. I do have a history of getting some migraines, but that was like a killer migraine, probably the worst I've had this year. And not saying that caused it, but that did not help. I could smell that all on my main floor, even though I put it only in my basement. And it's not like I have like air conditioning or air that would be blowing up from my basement. It was just wafting up. Even other family members mentioned that it was too strong and it was making their eyes water. And that scent is just so intense. If you need a strong cotton scent, pick that. But that is harsh to me. I don't know that I would pick that up again. Clean Breeze, on the other hand, that's a really nice one, and it's strong. I also did a cube of winterberry apple tea in my bathroom. I was disappointed in this. I love this scent, and I couldn't smell it at all in my bathroom. And I'm not sure what it is, so I will not warm this in my bathroom anymore because it performs really well in my front hall and my living room, some of those spaces, so I'm not sure what happened there, but I was hoping to enjoy it, but I did not get to. I did 2 cubes in my Enchanted Pumpkin in my front hall. I did 2 cubes in my copper cast warmer in my living room. And then I also did 2 cubes in my aloe vera warmer that's in my living room that I recently just unboxed. Really enjoyed that. This was really cozy. Didn't drown out the clothesline in my basement because that kept wafting up. But this was really, really nice. The spices came out after a little while. Really nice. I think it could use a kick, like maybe cozy chai or the gingerbread hugs. Where is that? Gingerbread hugs might be good with it, or like cozy chai. I think I have that up there too. Something a little spicier might be really nice with this, just to give it some oomph. But it was very warm and comforting without being too bakery. I expected from the smell on cold that it would be even more bakery while warming, and it kind of went a little bit the other way, which I didn't mind at all. Yeah. So I also did 1 cube of blonde wood and moonflower in my bathroom. I am kind of regretting taking this out of my club now. It is doing amazing in my bathroom. I smell it every time. Oh my gosh. Oh, I like this. It smells like Carmex. Just slightly medicinal. Really, really nice. So a little sad that I took this out of my club, but really like it in my bathroom. Now, what do I have? So today, Friday, September 9th, I did 2 cubes in my front hall, 2 cubes in my copper cast warmer in my living room, and 2 cubes in my aloe vera warmer in my living room. I did the Mandalorian. I probably could have not changed it out, but I really felt like changing it. The toasted acorn and oak was still going, no problem. Like, I could smell that. It was very comforting. It was really enjoyable. I just felt like changing it. I really like this scent as well. I have a few bars in my stash, but I don't have it in my club, and it's not available right now, I don't believe. But it's very nice. It's sort of like smooth and fresh. It's very nice. I'll put the notes below. And what I can smell fantastically right now, I did 2 cubes of NHL Fresh Ice in my girls' room. I do really like this. It's just not something I need in my club, but when this comes out, guys, if this is ever out, pick up a bar. It's really, really nice. Like really strong mint with, I guess the sandalwood makes it seem just like a cleaner mint. Like if someone had just cleaned the sports arena. That's kind of what it makes me think of. Something like that. It's really nice though. I really, really like it. So that was NHL Fresh Ice. Okay guys, that is my 2 weeks worth of warming. I won't do that anymore. That's too long to go without letting you guys know how my scents did for me. I just kind of got like caught up in everything going on with the start of school and the harvest collection being launched and all sorts of stuff. But I really appreciate you coming and joining me for this video. Thank you for sticking around to the end if you made it this far. And I hope you are doing well. Whether you're watching this in the morning, afternoon, evening, or middle of the night, I appreciate all the views, and I hope you enjoyed seeing what I've been warming or hearing how they've done for me. I encourage you to hit the like button if you like this content, or subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this. So I will see you next time for another video. Bye guys.